The problem
Yeah.
with Garbrandt is it was around that era when he was like at the top of his game. So obviously he's got the ego, and I'm sure he's going in like most people. He's just the movie guy. He can't do anything. And then you got this high level fighter like him who's either champ or about to be champ, and they just get kicked. And it's just like you made a real fighter look kind of stupid, Van Damme, and that's why he's pissed, man. Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to discuss the time Jean-Claude Van Damme kicked ex-UFC champion Cody Garbrandt in the face. Kind of made him look dumb, and I really think it escalated because Cody Garbrandt got so angry about it. I think it really affected his ego, but he made a big deal about it. So anyway, we're going to break down, discuss that.
Yeah, well, look at that video of Van Damme against that UFC fighter.
Oh yeah, Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, he.
You see how he hook kicked him, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, I mean, in my opinion, in any Dutch kickboxer's opinion, if you ask any Dutch kickboxer here in Holland, ask Overeem, the famous one or a not so famous one, they will tell you that, in our opinion here, what Kobe did, it's a bitch move, man. Van Damme kicked you in the face and you're gonna cry like a about it.
Kicked me right in the teeth, and I look at Rob and I was like, man, I said, keep this away from me. I was pissed. I went black. Like I was like, oh, I want to rip his head off.
It wasn't even hard. Okay, he caught you in the lip. You're sparring, dude.
Yeah.
Van Damme has really good kicks, and you can see it in that sparring move. How you can see how Van Damme is not thinking. You can see how he's just flowing. He's just flowing. He throws that low kick, which I told you before. He knows how to low kick. He does that fake low kick, and at that moment, that guy's hands go down or whatever, and then he does that hook kick where he caught him. And in my opinion, because a lot of people are arguing about this, but I'm 99% sure that this is what happened. This is why Van Damme hit him, in my opinion. It wasn't intentional. Some people are saying it's intentional. Other people are saying it's an accident. It wasn't intentional, but this is what I believe happened. If you watch Van Damme spar other people or how he does his hook kicks, he almost always does it over the person's head. Mm-hmm. Now, if you watch the distance that he had, if his foot would have gone higher, he would have simply gotten over his head. I just think that Van Damme assumed his foot would go over the head, and it didn't. I mean, Van Damme is also getting older, of course, so I think he expected it to go over the head, and he ended up accidentally tabbing him here. Because if you notice the distance, if his foot was a little higher, he would have gone like over his head. Nothing would have happened.
And Van Damme was it looked sincerely apologetic.
Fuck!
Tell that Cody was pissed. Cody was not really having it, and Jean-Claude's the one that dropped. He was so pissed at himself, and he dropped down and got real emotional. We had to console him. Cody left the octagon, and I was trying to tell Jean-Claude, hey, it's okay. You know, this kind of stuff happens all the time. And he was like, oh, what have I done? And he was big time upset because he could tell Cody was pissed, and he's a big supporter of our team. You know, came out there just specifically to show us some stuff.
The problem with Garbrandt is,
but
I don't know if he was UFC champ or if he was almost UFC champ at the time and he's going to have a title fight. It was around that era when he was like at the top of his game. So obviously he's got the ego, and I'm sure he's going in like most people. He's just the movie guy. He can't do anything. And then you got this high level fighter like him who's either champ or about to be champ, and they just get kicked. And it's just like, you made a real fighter look kind of stupid, Van Damme, and that's why he's pissed, man. But again, don't sleep on Van Damme's skills. And the guys in the UFC, and Van Damme says it himself. I mean, there are guys like Stephen Wonderboy Thompson who are amazing kickers, and he knocks dudes out with head kicks. But in general, the guys in the UFC, on average, are average kickers,
Yeah,
but I think he used to do a lot of, I think he used to be a ballerina on top of a martial artist, and he's got some crazy abilities, but he knows how to teach it, so he was showing us some good stuff.
You get a high-level guy like Van, he's going to catch you because you're not used to training like that, man. It comes from, like, when I spar with my brother, we're both like really into kicking as well, and both legs, both leads, lead kick, rear kick, spins, whatever. So you don't know where the hell a kick from any angle, any leg, even a spin. It's just like, yeah, he catches me, man, but he pulls it. Just like I do, and we know if like one of us would have get hit, it's like, damn. So even though I'm aware and I know he's gonna throw a shitload of kicks, maybe the double roundhouse or low high or high low even, it's just like, even if you're accustomed to training like that and you're expecting it, there's just so much variety. It's still gonna hit. It's still gonna land.
Yeah, and even if you see what the Kobe says when he talk, is Kobe is his name or Kobe? I don't know what his name is.
Cody Brandt or Garbrandt, Cody Garbrandt. I'm always screwing up names, man.
Cody, I won't forget again. Okay, well, if you see him talk about it, he actually essentially he says that that Van Damme did a few punches and that then the foot came up. But that's not what happened.
I didn't see that kick coming. You know what I mean? He was blinding me with like bedazzle hands. Though. He's like this. He's like,
Van Damme did a low kick and then the foot came up. So he doesn't even know how it happened. I mean, he could just go look back at the video, but I don't think he looked at the video after that, or he didn't analyze it. Van Damme faked the low kick, then did a high kick. You know, and it's like if Van Damme would have thrown that hook kick, like he hook kicks that Asian guy in Double Impact, you know, when Alex says, you f***ed up, you know, when he goes psh, and he hook kicks that guy in the head. I mean, imagine if he would have kicked this UFC fighter like that with the heel connecting. Not that
he'd have knocked him out, dude, cold. But here's interesting trivia, by the way. Do you know who that guy is? Because Van Damme kicked this dude and fought him in another movie.
Who?
You know the guy in Double Impact that he hook kicked? Do you know who that is? He's the sumo guy from Bloodsport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, okay.
No, I don't think anybody knows that, and I didn't even know that until I was researching a video. Who are the fighters in Bloodsport? I'm like, holy shit, that's that same dude.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
But you know what I think though? That no one's talking about. I think that in Van Damme's mind, at the moment he hit him, I don't think he expected him to be such a bitch about it. And yeah, I really don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Here in Europe, we train different. Like, trust me, Van Damme knows how to take a low kick. We train that in Europe, and Belgium is so close to Holland. They train very similar to how we train. Germans also train very similar to how we train because it's right nearby here. You know what I mean? So, and I've seen his trainer, Claude Garbrandt. He's got a dojo, you know, and they train that kind of. It's like Van Damme knows how to throw a low kick and how to take a low kick. For sure, he knows how to do that because that's what we do here. Especially if you took kickboxing here. Here in Europe, it's never been American kickboxing. That's why it's American. They don't want to do low kicks in the American kickboxing.
Sure.
And if you see the first match that was ever made between a kickboxer and a Muay Thai fighter, I don't know if you've seen this match. It was like
that Rufus fight, right?
What?
It was like one of the Rufus brothers, and he fought that Thai guy, I think, in Vegas. And I think the really popular YouTube video is like the fight that changed the world. It's titled something like that because that's when the Americans started, and Rufus are like, okay, we got to start doing low kicks, man.
But to finish the Van Damme part, like basically, I think Van Damme thought in his mind, that the guy got kicked and made a scene about it. I really think Van Damme thought this, but when he saw that the guy was going this and that, I think that then Van Damme is like, oh, I messed up. He's pissed. You know, and you know Van Damme is a really good guy, so he obviously felt bad about it. They even said that he cried afterwards.
But the comedy of what went down, it was like a real emotional time, anger and sadness and consoling people. It was like a movie scene.
But it's like, dude, it's like the guy was such a about it, in my opinion. You know, it's Van Damme. It was a tag. Stop crying. Like here in Holland, he would get laughed at if he cried like that over.
Yeah, I mean, if you get kicked in the face lightly, Van Damme gets you. It's nothing to be ashamed of, man. Like, you don't know where his legs are coming from. Like, anybody could get kicked. But again, I think it was that ego thing because he was like at the top of his game at that time, you know, and then I'm pretty sure like he doesn't like respect, and he didn't grow up watching Van Damme like we did. So he's like, oh, here's this old washed up movie guy. He can't do shit.
I kept calling him John. I didn't know his name was Jean-Claude. So I don't know. I was like, it's funny, man. You keep calling him John. I'm like, well, Jean-Claude. Okay, like John. And
then all of a sudden you look like a little, because you get kicked in the face, you know? So, I mean, the ego, man, the ego's up here. And then basically it just, you know, the ego can't accept that, right? Mm-hmm. That's what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, and if Van Damme really couldn't handle himself, or if at least he didn't think that he could, he would not be putting himself in that position. You know what I mean? Where he's in the ring sparring some guy who might get angry and might just try to knock him out too. He puts himself in those positions because he knows he can handle himself. Otherwise, I don't think he would be doing that.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean? And he's even trained with the Diaz brothers too a few times. There was that footage with Nate and what's the other guy's Nate and Nick Diaz? Yeah, they were really respectful towards Van Damme and really enjoyed. Like, I think you should always like come in with an open mind because, you know, again, people talk about, oh, Van Damme's a movie guy, Seagal's a movie guy. They still have something that they have something they can show and teach you, even if you're a professional fighter. In my opinion, there's something that I think you could still benefit.
You taught me using any technique that works. never to limit myself to one style, to keep an open mind.